What is Valentine's Day by Jihad Zainith, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Valentine's Day is observed every year on February 14th and is widely promoted as a celebration of love, romance, and affection. Today, it is associated with gifts, flowers, cards, and public expressions of romantic emotion. However, the origins of Valentine's Day are not modern, nor are they neutral. To understand whether Muslims should take part in it, one must understand where it began, who it began with, how it evolved, and how Islam evaluates such practices. Before Valentine's Day existed, mid-February already held significance in ancient Rome. During this time, Romans observed a pagan festival called Lupercalia, held between February 13th and 15th. This festival was linked to fertility, purification, and Roman mythology, honoring pagan figures such as Faunus and the legendary founders of Rome. These celebrations involved rituals centered on physical desire and fertility. Although historians debate whether Valentine's Day directly replaced Lupercalia, early Christian leaders clearly opposed these pagan customs and worked to eliminate them. The figure known as Saint Valentine comes from early Christian tradition. Historical records are limited, but the Catholic Church recognizes multiple martyrs named Valentine. The most commonly referenced Valentine was a Christian priest living in Rome during the 3rd century under Emperor Claudius II. At that time, Christianity was persecuted, and Valentine is described as a man who openly practiced his faith in defiance of Roman authority. Later Christian accounts portray him as secretly performing marriages for Christian couples and preaching Christianity despite imperial bans. These stories, however, appear centuries after his death and cannot be verified with certainty. What is widely accepted is that Valentine was executed for his religious beliefs and later honored as a Christian martyr. In 496 CE, Pope Gelasius I officially declared February 14th as St. Valentine's feast day. This was a religious observance meant to honor martyrdom and loyalty to Christianity. At this stage, Valentine's Day had no connection to romance or love. It was strictly a church commemoration. The transformation of Valentine's Day into a romantic occasion occurred much later, during the Middle Ages. In 1382, the English poet Geoffrey Chaucer wrote a poem called Parliament of Fowls, in which he associated February 14th with birds choosing their mates. This literary reference aligned the date with the medieval concept of courtly love. Over time, European poetry and aristocratic culture reinforced this idea, and Valentine's Day gradually became associated with romantic affection, love letters, and symbolic gifts. By the 18th and 19th centuries, the tradition of exchanging Valentine cards became popular in England and the United States. The Industrial Revolution and mass printing transformed the day into a commercial event. In the 20th century, advertising, media, and global marketing reshaped Valentine's Day into a highly commercialized celebration centered on romance, desire, and consumer spending. From an Islamic perspective, Valentine's Day is not a neutral cultural practice. Islam recognizes only two recurring religious celebrations, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Introducing additional celebratory days with symbolic rituals is not part of Islamic guidance. The Prophet said, "Every innovation is misguidance, and every misguidance is in the hellfire." Islam also places strict boundaries on relationships between men and women and forbids romantic and sexual interaction outside of marriage. Allah says, "And do not come near unlawful sexual intercourse. Indeed, it is ever an immorality and is evil as a way." On Quran 1732. For these reasons, the majority of Islamic scholars hold that Muslims should not celebrate Valentine's Day. It originates from non-Islamic religious traditions, was reshaped through un-Islamic concepts of love, and today promotes behavior that contradicts Islamic morals. Islam does not need Valentine's Day to teach love. Love in Islam is honored daily through marriage, family bonds, mercy, responsibility, and obedience to Allah.